on September 21st, we have a new moon solar eclipse in the sidereal sign of Virgo. So this is on the Virgo-Pisces axis. And this solar eclipse is following the lunar eclipse that took place 2 weeks ago. But this is a new moon, and new moons are usually a time for fresh intentions, for setting goals, for making a wish that you would like to achieve. But because this is also an eclipse, there needs to be a different approach to this new moon at first. See, eclipses really bring this intense energy because it's a physical alignment of the sun and the moon and the earth in the sky. And on the day of the eclipse, it's best to not really do that much. So try to take it easy, avoid taking on too much or making too many changes on this day. Try to find time to be in the present moment, not thinking about what was or what could be, but what is now. Psychological forces of Rahu and Ketu are at their highest during an eclipse. And so this is impacting the mind and the soul on that psychological level. Even if you don't feel the symptoms at first, eclipses have the power to manifest their energy for weeks or months following the event. The sun is our soul, and as its light is darkening during this eclipse, new information is coming in. This information is ultimately going to course correct whatever path you are on. See, between the eclipses, your free will is making choices, is making decisions, but anything that you've resisted or ignored, which is part of your destiny, will come to the surface at this time. Now, the day after the eclipse, we still have that new moon energy. So the light of the sun has returned and the moon is no longer in the path of those nodes, Rahu and Ketu. And then we have a 2-week waxing period that begins. And so your new goals and intentions are ready to grow and develop. Each day, the light of the moon increases, and so this represents the growing clarity and optimism and motivation of the mind. Now, the chart of this eclipse is very unique because Ketu and Rahu remain in the same Leo-Aquarius axis that they were in during the lunar eclipse. However, the sun and moon are beginning a new cycle in Virgo. So while our soul and mind are focusing on this new energy, there is that psychological force of the nodes that's still taking place in the Leo and Aquarius axis. So this is a very powerful solar eclipse because it's bringing together the axis of truth and the axis of trust. And these two themes have been particularly prominent, especially since the last lunar eclipse in September, which brought really intense emotions and reflections on an external level. So several events took place that simultaneously divided and united the world, and the consequences are continuing to unfold. So while the lunar eclipse brought light to the truthful expressions of many, it also revealed the divided expectations of society. This new cycle in Virgo is all about internalizing these emotions, processing them, and also being the source of our own light. This axis of Virgo and Pisces is about trust, trusting the process, trusting yourself, trusting the divine energies to guide your heart. And Virgo is associated with the energies of the 6th house, which governs your health, healing, and responsibility. Doing the hard work necessary to keep the things that you love on a survival level, but also knowing when to stop, when to let go, and when to let the universe handle the rest. It's really a balance of control and surrender that's going to play out in this Virgo and Pisces axis and wherever those houses are in your chart over the next 2 weeks. control and precision are needed in your Virgo house, and then equal amounts of flow and release are needed in your Pisces house. So as you see your ascendant scrolling on the screen, think about what these houses represent in your life. Think about what these signs represent and where these themes are showing up for you. Where is that imbalance? Are you feeling balanced? Do you feel the sense of control and surrender harmonizing in your life? So that's the thing to think about. That's what the sun is bringing focus to in this Virgo sun cycle and this powerful solar eclipse that we're having on September 21st. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing if you like this kind of content. I make videos every week about the sidereal transits of the planets using Vedic astrology.